Hey folks, this is a cat with charts for sharkcharts.live, and today I'm here to talk to you about multi-timeframe BB and multi-timeframe BB Lite. These are exactly what they say on the tin. They add multi-timeframe support to BB There's one caveat, which is that I'm unable to put this feature alongside the default settings menu for different band lengths and width combinations in the same script. It's just, as best I can tell, a limitation of PineScript in that the security function won't take variable inputs, and I can't put enough plots in to work around that in the single script. So I just have to give a separate indicator. So I'm going to go ahead and release multi-timeframe BB as its own indicator. So getting into what that looks like. So the menu for BB Lite is exactly the same, other than the missing default settings menu. It just works as though everything is custom, and I've come up with a few things to quickly show I've already set up. So it adds this box here to use alternative timeframes for moving averages other than the chart timeframe. And it's kind of an all or nothing switch, where as soon as you click this, instead of using the chart time frame to calculate, it'll do it based on what you've put into these boxes. For time frames lower than a day, you put in the number of minutes. Everything else, day, DWM, number of days, or months, weeks preceding that, if you're so inclined. Pretty much what you're used to with charting on TradingView. So you see, indeed, we get daily bands on our 4-hour chart. One thing we might want to look at, since we're looking at a larger time frame chart, we can mix and match time frames, and we've long been saying in shark charts that the 200 simple moving average for Bitcoin USD was an important institutional benchmark. It is where the 2015 crash pattern found its bottom support, tested repeatedly, and where that, at least for the moment, over the past few months, we've been finding our bottom support. So we can now really easily load that from one script. Let's set additional moving average to weekly. We display the 200 weekly, and there we go. So let's get into multi-timeframe BB the full version. If you're only using simple moving average and not any of the other average types or standard deviation types, regular BB Lite will load faster, and it shouldn't have a bunch of loop timeouts, which, because of the number of custom loops involved, in order to do stuff like have standard deviations that are relative to the specific moving average type rather than just SMA, it's a little bit taxing on PineScript, especially at the lookback lengths we favor at sharkcharts. But for regular SMA unweighted standard deviation, it should bypass a lot of that and be pretty fast. So let's go a step further and add the 200 exponential moving average. Also on the weekly. Let's change our time frames to use what's in the box. So it's been noted in various places in the trading world, and including some of our charts, that a top boundary has also been made somewhere around the 200 exponential moving average. I just, for the sake of clarity, it's why I'm also using the Bitstamp chart here. Most of the Bitcoin USD exchange charts actually don't go back far enough to get exponential moving average that starts far enough back to do the 200 weekly exponential moving average correctly. BLX, Bitfinex, and Bitstamp will.
So let's say instead
we wanted to look at bands for something else. So let's turn off our additional moving averages and instead look at VWMA with volume weighted standard deviation, which might crash it. And if that happens, you should be able to get it with a couple toggles at most of the script. You generally see this pattern that's pretty common on Bitcoin USD and ETH USD, where when something doesn't really line up with simple moving average benchmark line, that's really common that a wick or something will instead be to volume weighted benchmark instead. You're going to see it picking and choosing different benchmarks, or when they're confluent, hitting them pretty well. So with that, that's a multi-time frame BBMX, and I'm excited to see what you guys do with it.